to the Vegas Insider channel here on YouTube as we take a look at the final week of the regular season in college football. Three best bets. Kevin Rogers with you along with Brian Edwards. And Brian, let's take a look at three matchups, one on Friday, two on Saturday. Let's start with the Friday game in the Mountain West. It's Wyoming visiting Fresno State, both teams at 7-4. The Bulldogs already in the Mountain West Championship. They'll face Boise State next week. But Fresno State, a heavy favorite here, over 2 touchdowns. They're laying at home. What do you like?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Fresno laying the 15. They have won 6 games in a row, and they are 4-2 against the spread during that stretch. Jake Haener, their star quarterback, who it's the second year in a row I've taken a season win total and the star quarterback get hurt, and I'm going to lose it by a half game with Fresno. But since Haener came back, he's been spectacular, as I thought he would be all year, but he got that injury against USC. In the last 3 games, he's got 9 touchdown passes without an interception. He's gone for 313, 327, and 361 passing yards, and they've beaten Hawaii 55-13, Nevada 41-14, and they're just playing really good football after that horrific start to the season where they bottomed out when he was out. They lose, at UConn. UConn ended up being a lot better than we thought at that time. But, yeah, they've gotten it going, and I think they're going to put it on Wyoming at home on senior night for Mr. Haener as they prep for the Mountain West title game.
Okay, so Brian laying the points with Fresno State late night Friday in the Mountain West. Let's go over to Saturday now, the Battle of the Bluegrass State. It's Louisville and Kentucky, and the Wildcats a short favorite here. Louisville's caught fire of late. They've won 5 of 6 since losing to Boston College. Kentucky, it's been a bit of a struggle. Yes, they hung with Georgia last week, but the offense didn't do much. They lost to Vandy the week before. 3 or 4 losses or 3 or 4 games they've lost the past few weeks for Mark Stoops. Who do you like here with Kentucky and Louisville, Brian?
I'm going to go with Kentucky. They have won 3 in a row over Louisville by scores of 56-10, 45-13, and 52-21. Malik Cunningham is going to be out. Now, they were able to win without him last week, 25-10, but that was more, based on, NC State's offense really struggling since Devin Leary had been out, and Louisville at home gets the W, but the backup quarterback did not play well. In fact, he was only 12 of 25 for 153 yards. So they're not they don't have nearly as much punch offensively without Cunningham, who can make plays with his arm and his legs. And although Louisville has certainly played well, winning 5 of 6, they have not had very much success against the Cats. And although the Cats offense, certainly struggled last week, I think they'll be able to run the ball with Rodriguez. And their defense played fantastic last week. And their defense has played really well, the last 3 games, of which they've covered 2 of those. So I'll go the Cats. If your number's 3.5, you can buy it at 3, and they're not, charging you like a minus 140 or more. Probably want to buy that half point to the key number of 3, but I like it at 3.5 or 4 also.
All right, so Brian, on Kentucky to bounce back this week against Louisville. The final game we'll look at Saturday night in the ACC, Pittsburgh and Miami at Hard Rock Stadium. And it's been a disaster for the Hurricanes this season. They need a win just to be bowl eligible coming up on Saturday night. Pitt's played well. Brian had Duke last week to cover against Pitt, and they did so. But this time around, you're going to flip and go with the Panthers?
I am. I sure am. They've won 3 in a row. 2 of those by double-digit margins. Did not cover against Duke last week. I think Israel Abanikanda will be able to run all over Miami, which has lost 4 in a row at home they're 2-9 against the spread for the season, home or away, but they've lost 4 in a row at home. They lost by 14 to a Middle Tennessee team as a 25.5-point favorite. And by the way, Middle Tennessee is only 6-5 in Conference USA. And then they lost to Duke by 24. They lost by 42 at home to your alma mater. Plenty of seats available in South Florida on Saturday. And I think that the Panthers will take care of business and win by at least 7 against the Canes and probably win by double digits.
All right, so to recap Brian's best bets for this weekend, Friday night, he's got Fresno State laying the points against Wyoming. On Saturday, he's going to back Kentucky against Louisville and take Pitt against Miami on Saturday night. Brian, before we let you go, tell us about the CFB pod as we go into the final week of the regular season.
Yep, got the Bet CFB pod coming up again this week, and please feel free to rate, subscribe, and check it out. The Bet CFB pod. It's obviously Thanksgiving week, so I'm not even sure. I guess we're gonna do it either today or tomorrow, but it'll be out certainly by Thanksgiving morning.
Okay, and coming up next week, Brian, we'll preview some of the conference championship games. So we'll talk to you again next week. So have a happy Thanksgiving and best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, that is Brian Edwards. I am Kevin Rogers. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, best of luck with your bets.